Hola, Kamala Mobanele, and welcome to another episode of The Mentality. Today, Satubulan, that's what we're doing. It's called paintballing, and it's happening in Konalaima Town behind me. Bega, Spete Bob, the stylist, the outside clan, but he's making waves out there in the country. He's designing suits. He has a brand called Boys of Soweto. And also, talking about Boys of Soweto, we have BTMT, Boys Today, Men Tomorrow. These are the young guys that are going to be joining us. And Zobona must be a keeper today. So, join us. Cha. Hola, Kamala Mobanele, and this is The Mentality, and it's Kushanga Walan. Pegage, Mpetu Atlani, and this is Untugu, and these guys went to head, and they call this thing
Clash of the Battalions.
Clash of the Battalions. So what's happening, Lana Uguti? We have the red team and we have the blue team, and they're going head to head in paintball, and it's happening, Lana, at the Orlando Towers. We're actually inside the Orlando Towers. So, again, Fitz, how did it go?
No, I felt very good doing it. It was a really good experience because Masilana, you get to be on the act and be actually ungene phakathi kwayo, you enjoy, you feel like so. I was heated up, I was happy, I was like nkutsa ngilongenza kanje na kanje, but it was a nice experience.
There's a lot of action.
Yeah, there's a lot of action happening because ungena ngeside kufuneka tactic, kufuneka technique at the same time. Yeah, so it's really good to be here. It's really good to be doing something like this. At the same time, I like it. I liked it really.
No, 100%. Atlan.
First things first, yes, victory is most important. However, yes, it's a good experience. We love actually trying to engage in activities that actually shape our minds as a youth. So it's important for us to actually engage in such so that we actually be future leaders and establish a good society. It's good to be spontaneous in our sports.
This is The Mentality. I have something special for you. You do expect to which we always talk man. You do expect to which we always hanging out in out, but this time Mpete Uleboche and Mpete Sam. So these ladies came out and they went and did this whole shooting thing. So let's try and understand, Uguti. How do they feel about this whole experience? Was it not painful? What is it about? What's going on? All right, let's start now with Samu.
It was exciting. I enjoyed the thrill in not knowing where the bullet is coming from. So it was really a fun experience.
Oh yeah.
The focus was just winning and grabbing that flag all the time.
Yeah. And then competitive. Are you competitive?
Yeah, I'm very competitive. I'm in Aries, so it comes naturally like that. The experience was fun, but I got some bullets. My back, the pain, guys, it's too much. But overall, it was exciting. Just to see how to work with a team and have a strategy. That's what will help you.
And then working in an environment or playing in an environment with the guys. I mean, was that a factor?
Before it was, but when during the course of everything, I couldn't even differentiate anything. So it was just head on.
Yeah. So it didn't matter whether behind the mask is the guy or not.
Yeah.
So are you saying Nguti, are your skills between guys and girls when when it comes to holding something like a pellet gun, they're the same?
Oh well, with such things, really, gender is not important, because whether you're a man or you're a woman, the aim is to know how to use a gun, and if you both do, then it's on. Let's bring the competition. That's what matters.
Yeah. Okay, so tell me again, with you guys, when it comes to the environment that you were in, right? The thrill that you were getting, out of it, ne? Do you think it is something that you'd want to repeat again? I mean, is it worth the pain?
Definitely. With me, I hardly got shot and I was like in front. So I don't know. Maybe I'd wanna go again.
Yeah, you'd do it again.
I'd do it again.
All right. So tell us, uleboheng, right? So you'd also do it. You'd also do this again.
Yeah, I'd do it again, but also I'd want to make sure that the guns are working properly, because they sabotaged us big time. That's why I got like things on my back now, because of the guns were not shooting properly, and most of my team was struggling with that. So that was the only issue that I can say, but I can do it again.
And then I heard someone say you shoot like a girl. What do you think of that kind of statement?
From who?
One of the guys, La Paide Move.
Which team?
I don't know. I couldn't. I just heard someone, you shoot like a girl. So what do you think of that kind of statement?
I'd rather not comment because I didn't hear that.
You
So,
didn't hear. Okay. Well, if you
Well,
had heard it, what do you would have thought?
I would have been even more courageous, because you underestimating me gives me more strength to overpower you. So I wish I had that, then I was going to show them who's boss.
And then probably go out even after the game and like pa 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 pa. All right. No, thank you, ladies, for joining us today. And hopefully, Uguti, this is one of those things that show Uguti, some sports or some fun activities are not just meant for women, are not just meant for men. So you are testament to that. Thank you for coming through today.
thank you.
Thank you for having us. Thank you.
Sharp. Ola Proami, Pegage Manje, we're gonna take a short break, but before then, let me tell you, Guti, you need to stay tuned, because Masbuya Lana, we're gonna have another interview. In fact, we still have 2 interviews that are coming for you. Pegage, let's see after. Sure.
Even though we had a bit of problems, right, with the whole activity, guns malfunctioning and whatnot, but those who participated, did you guys get any lessons khona mhlambe onukufundile from this activity, apart from just to go to Stublan? Is it something that you learned? If you have a view, Masher.
Hello everybody, Kalwitso Kilebo, also known as Baby Granddad. Check me out on the gram. So I was one of the people who were not able to participate because of the technical issues they're having. But what I learned while I was inside watching was that with whatever you are doing in life, you got to be tactical. You have to have like a tactical approach, and you have to plan how you're going to do things. Don't just do them because you can. There's one person here. Who was it? Gatlego, where are you? Yeah, that kid over there. Man, the way he went in, he was like a soldier. So like the way he went in, he was sneaky about it. He watched this competition, what they were doing, and then he counteracted their moves. And if your team is good, obviously, copy what they're doing, but also add a little flair of what you have inside. And then sharp.
My name is Nsukumbalati. Many of you know me as a social worker. Yeah, I'm a social worker in private practice. What I got from this experience, since yesterday, I've been trying to prepare for this whole experience in Namhlanje. So I sat down at home, I chilled, lit candles just to calm myself down. So when I got here, I had to sit down, sisa register, right, to sit down and analyze the whole place. Ngibheke ukuthi kwenzakalani, who is who, what is happening. When we got inside, I got a chance to be part of the blue team, which lost in a way. But then the overall experience of it is that you have to be in the act in order for you to enjoy. We work hard to work too hard. So at times, moments like these are important, that we come down, we help our minds relax, we ease our minds, and not be thinking about a lot of things that happen around our society, because at many moments there's a lot that's happening in our society. So I'm so happy that I managed to be part of this. A lot of times I miss the hikes because I'd be working, but today I got a chance to be here, and it was a really good experience. He spoke about being strategic, which I really concur with you, because we, the blue team, had a strategy, we had a way which we wanted to do, but then it didn't work out the way we thought it would work out. We tried coming through the flanks, but then it was shy, but then we also got hit, and they got hit as well. But it was overall, it was just easing and was coming down, and it took me out of Soweto, even doing Soweto, but it took me out of Atlanta, took me out of Ekasi to ease my mind and be in a good space. So I really enjoyed it. Thank you.
I go by the name of Ulebucheng, Ulebucheng Baby on all social platforms. What I learned from this whole experience is that never be afraid to face your problems head on. Even though our guns gave us problems, we couldn't really go and face our counterparts. But being afraid will never get you where you want to be in life. So it's very important to also not underestimate the power of your enemy or counterpart, and also with a strategy, but also at the same time, just know that the goal is to get in front and then show them who's boss. And also that paintballing is not about gender, or handling a gun is not about being a woman or a man. We can all do it. Just put your mind in it and you'll succeed. Thank you.
Sanibonani everybody. Ngegama nguKatlego. As for today's experience, okay, so for the past few months, I've been taking on a journey of becoming a minimalist, and as part of today's experience, it was part of me decluttering from everything associated with materialism and possession. So I felt like, as being a minimalist, the importance of collecting memories is very important. As an individual, a lot of mental breakdown. So I just think today was one of those experiences whereby, besides material possessions, it's just one that will have long-lasting impact as to how I conversate with other people.
Understanding your position, another thing. Melube ni role idlalayo. So I had a role ukuthi yimi olidayo, yimi ozodonsa iflag. And without a leader, without abantu bakho, there's no direction. So abantu bami bebangisiza, teamwork bebangisiza, bangibonisa ukuthi ngiye kuphi, check yabona izinto ezinjalo. So I think teamwork is very important, and planning and communication izinto engisifundile kakhulu, and understanding each other's strengths and weaknesses. You understand?
Let me start by thanking you guys. Today, you did not have, like we did not have a guest that came through to talk to you. You actually talked amongst yourselves. And also the organization of today, you guys basically did it on your own. And I want to show you something, ukuthi it is intended ukuthi fanele kube njalo. You guys need to be a self-sustaining machine. You must be the ones that are able to organize and say, you know what, next month we're going to hiking, next month we're going to that place and that place. When you have assistants like Bob, Nami, Umkheti, and whoever comes in azokhuluma nani, that is only just to get you started, right? Because you are at the age at which vele fanele nizihlanganisele izinto. You went in there and then you played strategy games. You played targeting games. I mean, umuntu mekebheka this thing angathi, no, it was just paintball. It was just shooting, but it wasn't. You needed to identify. You needed to put yourself in a position where you had an advantage to either attack or to protect yourself, and that obviously is exactly what the organization yenu needs to be doing out there. Individually, you need to be doing that nina yourself. But into ebalekile ngifuna ukuthi nikhumbule is something called networking. Labantu laba oblome nabo today, each and every one of you guys, you must know ukuthi what the next person wants to do and what they're doing. It is so very important because 10 years from now, the person oblome naye manje is gonna be the person that you're gonna call, and they're gonna answer you. They're gonna pick up your call. Because manje mangathi ufonela, anyway, if you call anyone who's famous right now, and then you're like, ngicela ukukhuluma nawe, you're probably gonna take 2 days, a month, or even like a year ungakhulumanga naye, because they don't know you. You don't have what is called social capital. So what is happening manje njengoba niyi, you must know ukuthi ubani wenzani, what they intend on doing, and then you need to, not ukuthi you really need to follow up, but you just need to keep them in your radar. When you have these things, your social medias, and you have like 5,000 friends, you don't even know those people, right? Sharp, that's okay. But you need to start removing people that serve no purpose. Young tall, like look at your social media and like remove people, because your timeline, the things that you're seeing on your timeline, it's things that other people are just sending about, but none of those people, how many people do you think they're gonna donate out of all of those people? So you need to learn to network. So what I encourage you guys to do today, you organize yourself to be here, and it's aksintengane. Find out, know abantu ukuthi sibale enhlokweni uchunani, you know, you don't have to do anything with it now, you know, you don't have to do anything yet. Just know ukuthi, okay, sharp, I know ukuthi when I wenzani 10 years 20 years later, you're going to be the one that picks up a call, and then izinto zenzeke fast. So if I were to give you something today, is learn how to network, and it starts here. All right, and then nyabonga again. That's me. Okay, you're joining us again, Vitus Wheeler, and at this time it's Bob, the stylist. What is going on, Lana, and who exactly he is as a Hropman. This is our Hropman for the week. Vitu, Njambit.
Nandona.
Nand, Babas.
Easy.
Bob the stylist.
Yes,
we
sir.
have our Nyas Buyakas.
Pretty clean.
Yeah.
Langbuya corner.
Yeah.
But now I reside in Ukotini, the south. Yes, sir.
So, Bob the stylist. A lot of people, Babazi,
Yeah.
Yeah. So what's going on? BTMT, what's that about?
It's that's what I do for a living, right? I'm a stylist, right? And I've got a brand, I've got a clothing brand, it was a Soweto, and I make suits as well under Suits by Bob the Stylist. But outside that, I'm a human being, therefore I feel. And you know, it's really painful, whether it be alcohol abuse, whether it be drug abuse, and no, I mean, I'm not cool. It wasn't like this, right? I'm out who are involved in drugs, but there are a few guys, and right now it's like almost each and every Indonesian is involved in drugs, and it's really painful because you look at them. This is they have potential, but because of inside, they'll never reach their peak, and it's quite painful. And then from another scope as well, I feel like there's an attack. I feel like there's an attack on black men, because if you look at how black men are right now, and they are not seen in a good light. Yeah. So this came as my way of trying to alleviate the current situation, right? But okay, this is what I did to get to where I am. Maybe is it too, and then just and then share my journey, and then advocates that I know as well, who have victored in their goals and in their challenges, right? If share those stories, and they'll be inspired. Because really, I don't know, and just trying to find out why do you partake in such. Is this a cool, or are there things that you guys are suffering from, and you're finding uchwala and drugs as a way to escape? And not judging, but trying to understand and hoping they'll find ways, or they'll see a light. So primarily, because I feel the pain. It doesn't sit well. Yeah, and yeah, man, and it's such a weird thing that we see it and we're not doing anything. So I had to take that initiative. Not that I'm trying to be a hero, but I'm trying to at least do one, you know? Yeah.
Because if you change impilo yentwana eyi-one angeke wazi ukuthi le ntwana le izohamba iyephi ingasiza nabanye abalandelayo. So kahle kahle you're not getting anything out of it. You're not getting direct monetary gain out of this.
No.
You're doing it because uyabona ukuthi intwana zesekasi lakho zidinga uncedo and they should be accessing that help. So intwana grandship mangabe iyabona lento yenzayo, how do they join i-BTNT?
So it's simple, man. They need to hit us up on Instagram. We are active on Instagram, so via DM, and we drop flyers via Instagram. So that's our current space right now. That's the space that we're utilizing. Yeah.
If you had one opportunity ukuthi utshele intwana zonke ezimamele unama out amamele abhekelele le show le, what would that message be? Or maybe ukuthi what code do you live by?
Okay, so up higher, right? But what I've realized now throughout impilo yami engiyiphilile, right? Because of environment esiphuma kuyo. Environment yethu isitshela ukuthi we are nothing. Yeah, we are not of value. So we don't see value in ourselves. You know? So it's quite natural for Tina to suffer from inferiority complex. We feel inadequate from endlini, structures, RTP houses, and then these forum houses, right? Unconsciously, they're telling us that we are not
limited.
Yeah, so are we one, right? You're not alone. What you can do, at least, you can join us. However, go within, because that's where the true power is. But going within, it requires you to actually be actively involved, whether it be reading. Those are the things that I found when I exercised reading. So self-help books, those help. Chila na maauti, ane plan. Chila na maauti, who have, if mhlambe unozithola awuzicavi ukuthi kumele uyenzeni, you don't know what your talent is. Chila nabantu abane-talent, and naturally khona izinto ozozipick up, then apply le nto lezo empilweni yakho.
And then you find your own way just from those interactions.
Yeah, so you'll assimilate, you emulate it to a certain degree. Then through that, because you're taking, right, and then day now you'll start building your own, and you start building yourself from that. Yeah.
And then when it comes to building yourself, what are those key things? Like before, what are those key things? I know you said it's reading and networking, but are there any more things that you can do?
Definitely. There are various ways on you can build yourself, and that is basically self-love, right? And it has to start from the non-tangible place, from the mind or from the spiritual place, right? It's essential. I think it's essential that as we are to create a relationship with your transcendental self, right? Connect with your higher self. Connect no Nkulunkulu, even though Nkulunkulu is no longer fashionable, because it kind of love, in the non-tangible plane. If you don't have a solid idea of who you are, who is good to hambe nemimoya, who is good to hambe nemimoya, njengama amaphepha mfethu estradini njengoba kunomoya manje liyale, because it's not grounded. So have ama-roots ibayihlahla, right, and go deep. It's essential that you build a transcendental relationship with yourself, whether sonke sinendlela ehlukile. Mhlawumbe ungaya enkonzweni, mhlawumbe you can practice Buddhism, you can read books, right, you can meditate. Those are things that will help you to tap into your higher self, right? I'd say that's one. Physical exercise, that's quite essential, and because as human beings, I think umuntu has like three levels. It's the spiritual, it's the physical, and you look at the psychological, right? And the psychological obviously will be grown by what you're consuming, would be books and the people that you hang around with. Yeah.
They shape. When you're trying to shape yourself, you're also shaping an environment.
True.
On the inside, and that determines what happens outside.
Definitely. Because that's how it functions. But the ways that they are set up, because we are constantly looking out, right? It's right?
athi ngithenge le andlu leyana, athi ngithenge utshwala. All of those things you think they're giving you fulfillment, and you know the problem is inside.
It's
So you
inward.
must fix yourself from the inside to outside. Bheka Bob, ngiyabonga mfethu. It's always a pleasure ukuthi ngikhulume nawe mfethu.
Likewise.
100%.
Yeah.
And then there it is. Sphethu Bob is Stylist. Look, umbheke on social media.
Bob the Stylist.
Bob the Stylist.
Boys of
Yeah.
Soweto.
Boys of Soweto.
Yes, sir.
And Boys Today, Men
Oh,
Tomorrow.
BTMT.
Hola.
Danko.
Sure.